7 Secrets You Didn't Know About Banksy. Banksy seems to be the most and least well-known artist alive today. On the one hand, he's extremely popular and almost everyone has heard of him or seen his work at some point or another. On the other hand, no one seems to know his true identity, which he keeps very well hidden. Yet, regardless of who he or she or they is, one thing is certain, that Banksy is as talented as he is controversial. The identity of Banksy has been baffling people worldwide for years. Banksy's identity has remained unknown ever since he appeared on the art scene. He operates under the cover of darkness and keeps his identity closely guarded. His artworks range from dark humor to controversial political statements. His graffiti artwork is in various locations around the world. In today's video, we are going to tell you 7 secrets you didn't know about Banksy. Let's get started. He's been nominated for an Oscar.
Documentary about me, but he was actually a lot more interesting than I am, so...
His 2010 documentary film, Exit Through the Gift Shop, was nominated for an Academy Award for Best Documentary Feature. The film also grossed $5.3 million at the box office and featured fellow street artists such as Shepard Fairey, Invader, and Mr. Brainwash. Banksy's first movie, Exit Through the Gift Shop, billed as the world's first street art disaster movie, made its debut at the 2010 Sundance Film Festival. The documentary long list of 15 includes films by a number of other Britons, including Enemies of the People, a personal film about the killing fields of Cambodia, directed by Rob Lemkin and Thet Sambath, and Lucy Walker's Wasteland, about an artist who works with Brazilian slum dwellers to create works of art made from rubbish. He's made his own amusement park. In 2015, in the eerie, abandoned Lido of Western Supermar, Banksy created his own apocalyptic-style Disneyland-esque theme park called Dismaland.
Oh gosh!
The project included works by Banksy, as well as 58 different artists he selected, and was far from a dreamland. Visitors were invited to come eat cold chips to the sound of crying children at what the artist referred to as a family theme park unsuitable for children. Dismaland was open for about a month during the summer of 2015, selling 4,000 tickets per day for £3 each. Banksy's distorted version of Disneyland attractions brings to Princess Castle, where real princesses live and where fairy tales are not blessed with the happy ending. When he said that this bemusement project wasn't suitable for the younglings, he was sure right, as his Cinderella's castle is bound to break the hopes and dreams of any little boy or girl emotionally attached to some famous Disney characters. Disneyland also includes 3 galleries showcasing the contemporary artworks created by 58 renowned international artists. The works on display are conveniently chosen to go along with the dystopian theme, and they were described by the UK street art legend as the finest collection of contemporary artworks ever assembled in a North Somerset seaside town. His own hotel. A few years later, in 2017, the artist took on an even bigger project, opening a hotel in Palestine. The Waldorf Hotel, a hotel overlooking the Israeli West Bank wall, aimed to bring tourism to Palestine and create a conversation around the conflict between Israel and Palestine, which Banksy was always very vocal about. Banksy's hotel contains rooms curated by different artists, an art gallery, and hosts music and art events promoting local artists while offering the worst view in the world. Banksy described it as a 3-story cure for fanaticism with limited car parking. The Waldorf Hotel, designed by anonymous street artist Banksy and now an independent business, opened to its guests on the 20th of March 2017. Never one to do things by halves, Banksy created Waldorf as a 10-room boutique hotel, a protest, and an art gallery all at once. Banksy hoped the venture could provide a boost in tourism and job opportunities to Bethlehem, which had suffered increasing Israeli control over travel. All profits go back into local projects. A heist like no other. The image of the Queen of England has appeared in Banksy's work more than once. But in 2004, the artist actually replaced the Queen's picture with that of Diana, the Princess of Wales, on the 10-pound note. Banksy printed a bunch of these counterfeit bills, which read Banksy of England on them, and they were thrown into a group of people at the Notting Hill Carnival. Later, some of the recipients of the bills tried spending them. The shops couldn't take the money, but luckily, they are now worth closer to £200 on eBay. Secret stencils. Since Banksy keeps everything about himself a total secret, it's not certain exactly what materials or techniques he uses for his art. The most common way of using stencils is to hand draw or print your image onto acetate or card, and then cut them out by hand. However, a lot of Banksy's work looks stenciled from a photograph, so he likely uses computer-generated images for some of his pieces. The story goes that when Banksy was just starting out on his graffiti career in the early 90s in Bristol, he would be painting freehand when someone would come along and he would have to run away, leaving his work unfinished. It was during one of these moments, as he was hiding from the police under a bin truck, that he noticed the stenciled numbers on the vehicle's bumper. This gave him an idea, and next time he went out tagging, he brought with him a ready-made template which he could simply spray onto a wall and walk away from in a matter of seconds. While some stencils are painted on with airbrushes or rollers, Banksy tends to favor the good old-fashioned spray paint can. While it's hard to know exactly what brand he uses, his love for the medium is demonstrated by a piece he made for his first venture into online shopping. Banksy chose to use stencils to create his pieces, probably because it's a faster way to paint. He was influenced in his early days by a French graffiti artist called Blek Lerat. Blek Lerat is considered to be the father of stencil graffiti, and people sometimes confuse the work of the two artists. Pop art. Not just a wall artist, Banksy has dabbled in other genres of social commentary. In 2006, he reimagined Paris Hilton's album Paris with remixes by Danger Mouse and cover art he had designed. Some of the art featured Hilton with the head of her chihuahua on her, surrounded by homeless people with the words, "90% of success is just showing up." The songs also had satirical titles, and the albums were secretly placed in music stores and sold to the public. That is, up until they were found out and the CDs were removed from the shelves. After the fact, the albums were being sold on eBay for up to £750. Banksy's work is very valuable and can go for thousands of pounds. Lots of people who love what he does and are willing to pay a lot for his work. At auction in 2008, a piece of work called Keep It Spotless was sold for just over £1 million. In the same year, a mobile home that had a piece of Banksy artwork on it was given a £500,000 price tag. This was because of the artwork that it had on the side. Banksy has often made clear that he doesn't like his work selling for so much money. In 2008, a painting went for £1 million before destroying itself in front of a surprised and horrified auction house. And because many people consider street art to be vandalism, some of his work was painted over as soon as it appeared. Sometimes graffiti artists put their own work over it. Because of this, when a Banksy does appear, the owner usually covers it up with plastic sheeting to protect it. There's a debate about why Banksy's work can be protected as art when other graffiti artists are prosecuted and sometimes even put in prison for doing the same thing. When Banksy leaves his artwork on buildings, there can sometimes be arguments about who owns the pieces and what should be done with them, as they are very valuable. Sometimes people want to sell them to raise money for a cause, while others think these works should be left to be enjoyed by others. Bottom line? So, these were 7 secrets about Banksy which you probably didn't know. What are your thoughts about it? Kindly let us know in the comments section below. If you liked the video, press the like button. Also, comment down below what you think of today's video. If you're new to this channel and like our content, it would be great if you can subscribe to our channel. Oh wait, considering many of you leave without subscribing, maybe you don't know where the button is. See that red button with the subscribe written on it? Yeah, press it for heaven's sake. Also, if you want to get the latest updates from our channel, press the bell icon. Till then, see ya!